Greetings, 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 greetings. hmm Greetings, greetings, greetings. What's going on, guys? What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's good? What up? What up? Let's talk sports. What up? PAG. What up? Sean Shred. What's popping? What's good? Lucius. What up, man? What's good, y'all? Who else got their workout done today? I just finished mine up. Type one in the chat if you got it done. Greetings. My mother's in the chat. What up? Coach Corey, can push-ups replace bench press? Uh, I mean, I wouldn't say replace. It's two different movements. They both utilize some of the same muscle groups, but they stimulate them different. I would say the push-ups contingent upon a few things, man. Like the value is like it's obviously tied to the form, but like how heavy you are is going to really determine the effectiveness of it. Like let's say, for example, you're a real skinny motherfucker and you want to build some muscle. Doing a ton of push-ups with your skinny frame isn't really going to add a ton of resistance in comparison to like a bench press, where you can add resistance that's equivalent to your whole body weight or more. So in that instance, bench press would be superior if you're skinny. But if you big as hell, say you a big fella, you might you may benefit from the push-ups from the standpoint of, yeah, you can't lift that heavy with the bench press quite yet, but you might be able to push your own weight and get that stimulus, man. So hopefully that makes sense. What's your goal, Ben's champ? I don't know what your goal is. Today's cardio is walking 11 miles. Damn, that's impressive. I'm walking too, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, man, y'all helping me through my post-workout cardio right now, man. I'm getting some steps. Skinny fat tips. Yeah, man. If you skinny and fat at the same time, you got to pick your path and stay committed to that path. What I recommend for skinny fat guys, lose that belly first, get lean so where you can see some, visible abs, and then from there, focus on building up muscle. Because the thing about fat cells, man, is they don't go away; they just shrink or grow. So, if if you lower your body fat percentage, you lessen the likelihood that you'll increase your fat cell count. But if you focus on like building muscle from a skinny fat frame, you have a higher likelihood of putting on fat during that process. So, the last thing you want to do is be a fat swole guy. I've been down that path, man. It's not a fun path, man. People don't even think you work out. You know what I mean? You look like a butterball. You ever seen a butterball? That's what you look like when you fat swole. Looking forward to the class on Thursday. Hey, looking forward to having you there, man. We're gonna be going over a lot of things. Teaching you guys what it takes to really, become the best version of yourself. If you haven't got a spot to the master class, it's filling up quick. This morning I checked, we was at like 87% capacity. So, if you want to get the information, if you ever wanted to just kind of understand what a game plan and structure looks like to get ripped, stay ripped year round, you want access to that for free, grab you a spot, pull up. It's gonna be fun too. It's a live event, so I'm gonna be answering questions and kind of going over, what things I think could help the individuals on on the class person. Is it possible to be bulking but not gaining weight? Yeah, that means you're not bulking. That means you're maintaining. You know, the only version of bulking without gaining weight is if you gain lean mass and lose fat at the same time. Sometimes that happens when you reverse your calories. Like, let's say, like, I got a guy in the program right now on my program. His name is Jesus. Shout out to Jesus, man. He out here getting lean as fuck. He lost like 40 pounds, got real lean, and said, hey, man, I want to build some muscle now, right? So what we did, put him on a reverse diet, right? Basically, what that means, guys, if you're new to the lingo, that's where you gradually increase the calories from the low body fat state that he's in an effort to increase the basal metabolic rate, increase his metabolism, right? So when we did that, his metabolism started moving so fast with the extra calories that he actually started losing body fat while he was gaining muscle. So it is possible, man. It just depends on where you at in your journey. Chris Rivedo, what up, man? It's popping. It's popping. So we got Ben's Champ says, Coach Corey, if I ate 2,000 calories of processed food and still worked out 3 times a day, what would happen? I don't know. You're not telling me. You're not really telling me a lot of what what that means, right? 2,000 calories. Okay, that's a number, but how much do you weigh? What's your metabolic rate, right? Like, what did you do in these workout sessions? It's a lot of information there that I don't have to really be able to tell you what's going to happen. Like, what's your workout? You know what I mean? Like, a workout could be having sex 3 times a day. That'd get your heart rate up, but I don't know if that's enough to, put you in a deficit to lose, weight during 2,000 calories, or maybe it is, depending on your metabolism, right? So I don't know. I don't know what you're looking to accomplish by that, you know? Looking for a bicep a bicep or arm vein. Any tips? Yeah. Make sure that you not only train for progressive overload, right? So you're looking to continue to progress with your lifts, especially when it pertains to your pulling movements, your pull-ups, your rows, and then especially the bicep curls. And then make sure you hydrate it, man. Make sure you get enough water every day, at least a gallon or more, because the veins is not only a side effect of like having a lot of lean mass, but also good circulation, right? Good blood flow and good hydration. So those things combined with, make sure you're getting your protein in too. You make sure you get, at least a gram of protein per lean body mass, and that should do the trick, man. Black Bear, you know what I'm saying? Bless your channel. You help a lot of people, dude. Blessings going forward. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Oh man, pause. Is the penis a muscle, and can you train it with resistance? Yes. Yes. I'm not gonna get into details about it, but just Google Kegel exercises. Talks about how to strengthen your pelvic floor. And that'll help strengthen that muscle if that's what you need, man. How often do you have cheat meals? Lately, like at this stage of my journey, I've been doing like maybe once or twice, like maybe once a week lately. It's like 4 times a month, you know. Coach, what are your thoughts on Zercher squats? I think they're fantastic, man. I think they're great. I think, the Zercher, highly underrated movement. It's extremely valuable in that you can really, really strengthen your core because you're front loading the squat. And, you gotta have really good posture to do it properly. I would actually teach that after like teaching the front squat to my clients. Okay. Because like you gotta think, you know, The Zercher, it's like a front squat, but you're holding the bar lower. So it really forces you to have to get your hips in proper position, right? Um, so you have to be upright, but you also got to make sure you hinging them hips back and down. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that. Dick Eden. What's up, man? I'm currently on the toilet dropping wet logs like a lumberjack, just to let you know, fam. That's what's up, man. I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Glad you was able to you know what I'm saying, let it drop. You know. What's your 2024 election prediction? Will Trump's electoral college win be big as hell? uh I don't have a prediction, man. I really don't give a fuck who wins, right? Because whoever wins, I'm gonna win, right? Whoever's in the fucking, who's ever in the political position of power in the White House, it's still not going to impact, you know, the trajectory of my life much, right? Like it's still my responsibility to make the things that I want happen in my life. And whoever's in the White House is not gonna like, they're not gonna like drive to my home and make all my hopes and dreams come true. And they're also not gonna drive here and fucking ruin my life either, right? Like it's literally gonna equate to, there might be some different tax laws that impact me because I'm an entrepreneur. But aside from that, man, I still got to do the work if I want change. And if I don't want change, I still got to do the same shit I've been doing, right? Do what you want with that information. But that's my take on it all. Doesn't fucking matter who you. Thoughts on overhead press? Is it enough for shoulders? Overhead press is by far the most. Oh, God, shit like that. Overhead press is by far the most beneficial movement for overall shoulder development when done properly. Because what it does is, you know, you're taking your shoulders to the full range of motion. And it's one of the few, it's the one movement you can really load with the most weight and overload the best because you're incorporating your body in its entirety. You're standing up, flexing your core, you're engaging the glutes if you're doing it right, right? You can push a lot of weight with it and progress pretty quickly. I saw a lot of shoulder development when I started incorporating, but the problem is a lot of people have dysfunctional shoulders. So it has a high risk of injury if you do it improperly, right? So is it enough for most people? I would say no, because most people's posture is trash. So you would have to do things to complement, you know, balancing your posture out so that you get the most effectiveness from the actual movement, right? Hopefully that makes sense. That made sense. Type one in the comments. Shout out from the Philippines. What up, Philippines? What's popping? Do you like tofu? It's okay. It's not my. It's never gonna be my food of choice, right? Shout out to the homies though. You know, some of my homies are vegans. They fuck with tofu a lot. I've had some good tofu. My vegan friends, they know how to find the good stuff. You want to find some good tofu, get you a vegan friend. Trump 2024. Hey man, you know, maybe we'll see. Um, Audio is muffled as hell. Hey man, that's probably because of all of them trucks over there that was making all that noise. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying how to stop them sugar cravings. Oh, it's pretty simple, man. Just load up on more of the nutrients that you may be missing. You know, one thing we're gonna talk about in the master class, guys. If you haven't got a spot, make sure you get one. We're gonna be talking about the nutrients that you need to fuel your body with to curb your cravings, as well as, you know, build muscle, you know, maintain the deficit to lose the fat, and be able to perform with, be more energetic throughout the day. Some of the things would be just get enough protein, man. Get enough protein, kill your cravings. You get plenty of fiber, 20 to 30 grams of fiber. A lot of the times that helps. And then get enough water. Get at least a gallon of water in. Coach Corey, thoughts on zero sugar energy drinks like Ghost and C4? Are they okay every day? I mean, they're fine. I don't think they're going to like damage your progression towards fat loss or muscle growth, but they're also not really, other than the caffeine, like they're not helping either. The fact that there's zero sugar probably helps if you're looking to build a deficit and lose some fat, because you're just not giving yourself additional calories you have to burn through. So I guess they're fine. What's the ideal weight for a 5'10" man with 12% body fat? Me. That's me. Those are my stats. I'm 185, so it's me. Kimberly, greetings. Greetings, girl. You better be drinking that fucking water, girl. Says I'm the best coach ever. That's a fact. Your background looks good. Thank you, man. I love this place. What would Coach Corey do if he saw a pretty 30-year-old Latino single mom? I'd probably say, "Hey, how you doing?" Keep walking. So I got a pretty 28-year-old chocolate non-mom. What do they call it when a woman hasn't had children yet? Yeah, I got a girlfriend, man, so I probably wouldn't say much. Thoughts on how many sets and reps you really need to grow muscles? Is Dorian Yates one set to failure enough? I'm not familiar with his protocol. I know he has a lot of muscle, but I also know that he was on drugs, right? On drugs, man, on the motherfucking sauce, on the steroids, man. And the rules for people who are steroid users are different than the rules for people who are natural. When you think about sets and reps, it's not really about the sets and the reps. It's really about progressive overload. And that's completely individual, right? Because what you do is you break the muscle fibers down so that you can give your body the nutrients to repair those muscles bigger, stronger. But the whole key is like break down the muscles, initiate the process of protein synthesis, right? Muscle protein synthesis that lasts for like 24 to maybe 48 hours, 72 at the max, depending on the person. And then you do it again, right? People who are steroid users, though, they got muscle protein synthesis firing all week long, so they don't have the same limitations as us, as naturals. So Dorian Yates is talking about some shit that works if you on a constant muscle protein synthesis cycle. But if you're not on that, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I heard using Vagisil is good for building strength, but it's a good unused supplement. I don't know what Vagisil is. What is that? What the fuck is that? What's up in row? I think that's supposed to say bro. Greetings. Greetings. Are you religious? Nah, not really. Like, I wasn't raised in the church. Do I believe in higher power, God, Yahweh, whatever you want to call him? Yeah, man. I think, he was put here by a being that had, some type of intellect. I don't think we just landed in this motherfucker and we got all these powers. We got all these higher cognitive functions that the other animals don't have. But do I like get mad at people if they not like Christian or Catholic or, if they Muslim? Do I get mad at them? Nah, man, I don't give a fuck, man. Believe what you want to believe, bro. Jose Fuentes, what up, man? What do you do when you hit a wall during your losing weight journey? You adapt. Inevitably, depending on how much weight you have to lose, right? If you have to lose over, we'll just say over 15 and 20 pounds, you're going to hit a wall. Like there's no way around it because the body is highly adaptable at being able to initiate survival mechanisms so that it can maintain its weight. You know, its whole purpose of putting fat on you was survival. So you are counter survival by looking to burn that off. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it is. So what's going to happen is, let's say you got to lose 50 pounds like I did. You're going to hit a point where what you did is not working anymore. You have to adapt it. It's just like my man just asked about religion. It's just like in the Bible, right? I'm about to break it down to y'all. There's a story in the Bible about the homie Moses, right? If you know who Moses is, type Moses in the chat, right? Moses, he freed the Israelite slaves, man. He pulled up. He was like, let my people go, right? Got them up out of Egypt, and they was on the journey to where? To the promised land, right? And on the journey to the promised land, you know, the journey to the promised land was relatively short. Like it was supposed to be a few days away. Like they supposed to get there in like under a week. It was supposed to be like 4 days, something like that, right? Guess how long it took them to get to the promised land, right? It took 40 fucking years to get to the promised land. It took 40 years to get to a place that was 3 days away. Why did it take so long? It's because these guys were doing the same thing that they did when they left Egypt. They never changed their approach. They never changed their thinking, their beliefs, and what God was attempting to teach them. It was out of alignment, right? So because they didn't believe, because they didn't adapt, because they didn't change, they stayed stuck in limbo for a long period of time. When if they would have just made one switch, they would have got there faster. Now, how does this relate to you? Well, that's what you're doing right now. You out of Egypt, congratulations. But to get to the promised land, it's going to be a new approach, right? So I don't know what you did to lose this weight, but I know it worked to this point, and to get to where you want to get to, you have to adapt. You know? I always tell my clients, look at the numbers, man. Right? If you tracking calories, the numbers is right there. You know what I mean? You looking at a certain amount of calories you consume every day to lose the weight. It got you here. You just reduce that amount or increase your activity so that that deficit grows. If you ain't tracking though, you slacking. I don't know what the fuck you doing. Right? But you know, maybe it's more steps like I'm doing. Maybe it's more strength training sessions. Maybe it's increasing the weight in your strength training sessions. All of those are numbers that you can objectively look at and determine which of these things I'm going to adapt and change. So hopefully that helps you, man. Because right now, like, you know, congratulations, man. You made it out of Egypt to get to that promised body, promised land. You got to adapt, man. You got to be better. You got to do something different. What is the breakfast to lose weight? I can't eat eggs. My favorite one is water. You know, just old fashioned H2O, water and coffee, black, nothing in it. You eat that shit every day for the next week, and yeah, you make sure that you're like not over consuming the other meals. Yeah, you'll lose fat. But it all comes down to a calorie deficit. If you don't know how to build a calorie deficit, right? If you don't even know what your calories are, need some direction. Hey man, just come to the master class, man. I'm gonna be going into detail about that too. So take a minute, get you a spot before it's too late. Thoughts on balancing cardio and weights? My current ideal is 45 to 60-minute weights and 30 minutes of walking. No heavy running. Afraid it will counteract my muscle building. Yeah, I mean, you sound like what I'm doing, man. Why you think I'm walking outside while I'm going live? I'm getting my cardio in, getting my steps in. Slow pace, obviously. I'm not like going high intensity right now. But yeah, I think that's appropriate, man. You know, if you're looking to build some muscle, you know, you can just get stronger, whatever. See, the thing is with the weight training, it's not really about time. It's about the intensity level, really. Like you can get an effective workout in 15 minutes, You can also get an effective workout in 60 minutes. It just depends on what you're doing and what your goals are, right? Tips on dealing with hunger pains. Uh, you dehydrated. Hunger takes several days to set in, man. You're not really hungry. You just dehydrated. You got to drink more water. If you're not drinking a gallon of water, are you really taking this shit seriously? Come on, man. And add some electrolytes to it if you are drinking at least a gallon of water. Hunger takes several days to set in, guys. I don't know if y'all know that, but like you can go weeks without food, but you can only go a few days without water. So you're really experiencing mild dehydration. You are dehydrated, my friend. Big dog Jew Moses, let's go. Foreskin, big as hell. Hey, shout out to Moses, man. Moses freed the slaves, man. And you know, you could do that too, man. You can free your physique from from bondage. Your physique is in bondage like the Israelite slaves was. Coach Corey, what would you do with the average physique? Get better. You know what I'm saying? Because average is unacceptable in my life. That's not something that I'm ever gonna accept. So I would just like not do that. I would get better. Do you ever do intermittent fasting? If so, how do you deal with hunger pains? I just answered this. And yes, I've been doing intermittent fasting the past 9 years. Bradley, what up, man? He says drinking black coffee, getting swole as hell. You know the vibes, man. That's how we get down, baby. Drink coffee and water, man. I'm saying you don't need to be eating all this. all you, people think they got to be eating all the time because that's what America has convinced you of. And by America, I mean the food industry, man. The food industry and the medical industry have teamed up to convince you that you need to be eating all the time. And if you're not, you're going to die. When in reality, for like all of this, like breakfast foods was invented a few decades ago, man. Our ancestors went like several days without eating food. The cave people, y'all know the cave people. They had to kill food, right? Eat all of it and then wait a few days until they kill their next prey. How did they survive? Oh shit. The body can survive several days without food, man. We got fat storage for that very purpose, with it. You know? Hey Corey, do you think sockeye salmon is a good source of protein in red meat? I love it. Personally. Personally, man. I eat salmon and steak almost every fucking day. Do you like bison meat? Pause. Right. But yeah, man, I love bison, man. Bison's fantastic. Coach Corey, thoughts on jogging and sprinting intervals? Are they enough for HIIT? Potentially. Depends on your conditioning level and how high your heart rate gets. Your heart rate is what determines whether it's HIIT or not. If your heart rate starts to go beyond like that 140 range, 140 beats per minute, up into the 150s, 160s during your all-out exertion phase. So if it's sprinting in this example, then that's HIIT for you because you've gotten your body from that zone 1, zone 2 up to like zone 3, zone 4. You get in zone 3, zone 4, you've now elevated your heart rate enough for your body to be doing cardiovascular training as opposed to just running on fat for fuel, like my body's doing right now, just walking. Right? Hopefully that's helpful. How long do you do your HIIT workouts? 10 to 20 minutes at the max. Anything over like 25 minutes is excessive. It's not HIIT no more because you've likely worn down the fast twitch muscles so much so that it's probably not still as effective as a means of HIIT. You know, it just becomes like moderate pace cardio at that point because you can't push as much beyond that. Hmm. What up? What up? What up? And if you guys, you want more help with the whole hit scenario, hey man, y'all know the vibes, man. Pull up to the live masterclass, man. I'll be breaking down what are the best methods to incorporate, as well as what you need to combine your hit with from a nutritional standpoint to actually get results, man. Uh, Thoughts on Sean Strickland's physique? I don't know who that is. Ooh. I'm gonna quote my man Z from Ants. Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is, man. uh, how would you hit 200 grams of protein as a vegan? Uh, two shakes and two solids. The two shakes and two solid method. So I would go two protein shakes that have at least 50 grams of protein in them. So that however many fucking scoops you need to get to 50 grams, I would do that twice. That's 100 right there. That's 100 grams of protein right there. And then the other 100, I would just do two meals that have 50 grams of protein each, you know? So take your pick, seitan, tofu, tempeh, just combine it to get a big enough serving to get 50 grams of protein and just eat that twice. Easy. Easy work, baby. Is it true you can build muscle with 3 sets of 10? Yeah, if you're getting stronger with 3 sets of 10, you know. But will that work forever? Nah, man. It's not gonna work forever because what got you out of Egypt won't get you to the promised land, man. So that'll be effective for when it's effective, but then you'll get to a point where your body's adapted to that. You'll have to either increase your sets or increase your reps or increase the weight. What I teach my clients is ways to incorporate all three in phases so that they never plateau. The reason why most people plateau is they'll do something like a 3 sets of 10, like you said, and their body will get conditioned to that in 4 to 6 weeks. And then at that point, they don't know what to do next. They don't know if they should raise their reps or their weight, or what they've even been focused on the whole time. They're just doing it because some influencer told them. They don't even know why it's effective, right? And so they get stuck. It gets frustrating, and they don't know what to do next. So they either explain away their failures with some type of bullshit excuse, or they just quit. So what I help my clients with is I make it simple. I just create a plan for them, customize, and we take them through phases, right? Phases of going, more sets, more reps, phases of lower reps, more sets, phases that cause the body to adapt in different ways. And if you want to learn the right way to do that, because there is a right and wrong way to do it, y'all know what it is, man. Pull up to the Fit for Fall Master Class while we still got spots, man. I'm gonna break down the phases for y'all. I got y'all. Got y'all. Ben's champ, Coach Corey, just want to say we appreciate you for your free advice. You are more like a dad to me. I'm fatherless. Hey, man, appreciate that. I grew up without a dad. I never met my dad, so I could understand just the importance of having a positive male role model in your life, man. I'm glad I could be that sort of big bro figure to you. How many steps do you get a day? 10K. 10K, baby. You know the vibes. When your clients plateau, do you reduce calories more? Just depends, man. Depends on where they're at. Like sometimes it's reducing calories, sometimes it's just fasting, right? Sometimes you just do a 24-hour fast, which is inherently a calorie reduction. As you think about the week, let's say you ate 2,000 calories a day and you did that for 7 days a week, right? 7 times 2,000 is 14,000 calories, right? And so you plateau at that. If you fast for a day, that's at least 2,000 calories that you've put yourself in a deficit over that 14,000 calorie week. So what that add up to is you doing 12,000 calories for the week. You should lose fat. right? Just basic math, baby. Math game, you know. But you got to know your numbers, or it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the numbers. What's going on? Yep. 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 Yeah. All right, y'all. My cardio's almost done. What other questions we got, man? Before I get up out of here, I might go live again later today. If you want me to come through, go live again this evening. Type one in the chat. How many countries have you been to? Technically four. All right. So I've America, like USA, Canada, Mexico, and I've technically been to a British territory because I went to the Cayman Islands a few months ago. Right. So that's the Great Britain territory, the Brits, right? It's four places, man. I'm gonna go to more. Don't y'all worry. Don't you guys worry. All right. All right, guys. I'm about to peace out. Till next time. Again, you want a spot to the free master class, you want to get some more game like this and more in-depth teaching as to what you need to do to hit your goals, go ahead, get you a spot. I'll see y'all later. Peace.